Sorry. Hi, everyone of YouTube. This is Jose Camilla. I'm speaking on behalf of an experience I had. I just wanted to talk about that, like in Harris County, Arkansas, they talk about white supremacy and that it's a racist city and all that. Well, sometimes there's cities that keep it under the cover that they're racist. Like, I would like to explain about San Antonio, Texas, the Alamo City. They don't talk about the racism and everything that happens. I just want to say I'm Hispanic and I'm proud. And if I could put a shirt to prove that, to say that I am Hispanic and proud, and I will, and I'll make one. And I'm not ashamed of my mother who brought me to this earth and she's Hispanic. I'm not ashamed of my father who passed away a couple weeks ago and he's Hispanic too. I'm proud of my race. And I'm just wanted to say that people don't usually can't accept others for the race that they are, because they're African. Like, to me, like, this is what I think, that because they're African American or they're Hispanic, mostly if they're Hispanic here in the Alamo City, they don't accept your race. I was at the VIA, right, and I just got out of surgery, and I've mentioned a lot of my videos. So when I was looking for my mom's car, and this people started to put false accusations saying that I was looking inside other people's car, like, when that's just a bunch of BS. That never happened. So anyway, I'm not gonna get to that part yet, but I'm going to get to that part. Okay, I'm walking, and then I thought it was my mom's car, and then I kind of saw it in the distance, and then I went back and I saw my mom's car. Like, oh, I went on the right and I saw it. And me and my mom were talking like usual. These people didn't want to give me change for some reason. I don't know why, because I had $100 bill. So anyway, I was just hearing the conversation of my mom. I was waiting for her to get off the phone. She finally got off the phone, and I told her, hey, can we go to Bill Miller's? I need to change my $100 bill. Okay. So we waited there for a little bit, and then and I told her about it, and we were right about to leave. And all of a sudden, I noticed the transit police come by, and he just pulled up, and he said, hey, he was like, I had a report that somebody was looking through some windows and looking suspicious and all that. And I was like, we didn't even do anything. They even got my mother's, they made a report, and they even put my mom's license plate. And they and I went inside, and they put all the description of me and all that. But the reason I'm getting to this is because in this city they don't talk about racism, but there is racism, especially towards Hispanic. I felt like I was being racially profiled for my race, and as I said, I'm proud to be Hispanic. I'm proud that my mom gave me birth and she's Hispanic, and my father, that rest in peace a couple weeks ago, that he was Hispanic. I'm not ashamed of them. I don't deny them or not want to see them because of the race. No. But this city, literally, I don't know, it feels like they just can't accept me, or they don't want me to accept my parents for their race, and that's just messed up. That's just racism, and there's things that they don't talk about in the city, but there is a variety amount of racism and white supremacy, I would say, in the city. It's just, I don't know, people either are afraid to talk about it, or people just don't want to talk about it. And I'm just saying, enough is enough. People should just stop putting a zipper in their mouth and keeping quiet and be like, oh, well, there's racism, that's it. No, start speaking about it. Start speaking about the racism that's going on. Like, don't keep quiet. It's ridiculous to just keep quiet like society wants. Society, all they want you to do is put a zipper in your mouth and be quiet. You don't talk about racism, don't talk about any of that, because you're gonna get in trouble. The heck with if you get in trouble, you know, it's wrong. It shouldn't happen, and it should stop. You know, this city, the majority of the people in this city are Hispanic, so I don't see why there's so much racism in San Antonio towards Hispanic, if the majority of people are Hispanic or Mexican. You know, my mom was born in San Luis Potosí. Well, in kind of like a town in San Luis and Jilicla, but you know, like, I'm proud that she's my mom. I love her. She's my mom, and I love my father too. And I'm not going to accept this society that judges me just because of the color of my race. They can't accept who I am. They can't accept that I'm not white like everyone else is. And I'm not going to stand for that. And I'm going to make a report towards that via transit place in San Pedro, close to downtown in San Antonio, Texas, because that's just messed up, you know. And I just say that towards me, and I'm doing this because this could happen to somebody else, you know. Just because you're Hispanic, they're gonna do the same thing, and don't do what society tells you. If society tells you to keep quiet, put a zipper in your mouth, shut up, and don't do anything, do the opposite. Do the opposite of it. Make noise, put it on the news, make a report, and tell them all about that they're doing racial profiling or racism, because that stuff got to stop. Because think about it, like, I feel like we're going to get to a point, if we just keep a zipper on our mouth and not say nothing, the Hispanic people and all people of all races, that it's going to be like in the 1940s, that you're going to have to go to a store, white people only, black people, but African Americans only, Hispanic people only, Asian people only, because nobody is going to say nothing about it. I mean, enough is enough. Speak up about that so it doesn't get to that, because if the majority of population just keeps quiet like society tells us, we're going to eventually get to that point, and that's messed up, you know. Like, I think about everything Martin Luther King wanted, you know. He wanted not only African Americans and white people, but people of all races to play in the same playground, you know. But it's like society doesn't care about that, or wants to destroy that and segregate us once again, you know. And what's the point of so much effort of him? So I'm just saying that from the people of YouTube to just stand up, you know, and people in San Antonio, like, just to stand up and not take this kind of ridiculousness, this BS, you know, because it's just wrong and it's not right. But yeah, I'm just saying that. All right, well, farewell, people of YouTube. I'm gonna make another video, people of San Antonio. But yeah, don't stand for this kind of crud, for this kind of BS, because this is BS. That's what it is. All right, well, have a good day, and farewell, and I'm out.